All right, welcome to Chair Yoga, and I'm in a new chair and a new room and just noticing how it feels. I'll come closer like this. All right, see if I've got enough wingspan. You might check your wingspan too. Make sure you got enough room overhead, behind you. Now I'm noticing, because I'm very used to a very flat chair, so I normally don't notice this, but this chair has a slight, it's made of wicker, so it dips a little bit and I can feel the edge of the chair coming under my thighs. So that's a good thing to be aware of, what kind of chair you're sitting on. If the chair you're sitting on feels uncomfortable at all, you might explore and experiment with different kinds of chairs, because the chair needs to be stable, smooth and solid. And next time I do this, it won't be on the wicker chair, it'll be on a different chair. Simply something I never thought about before. I just sort of assumed all chairs would work. So take a moment to allow the eyes to soften or close. And notice your environment around you without the eyes open. The environment that you pick up through your ears, the sounds. You might notice the environment tactile against the skin, whether it's warm or cool. It might be breezy or silent, breezy or still. It might be humid or dry. So feel your environment. So hear your environment. Feel your environment. And then you might notice the fragrances, the odors in your environment. And as you notice the environment without the eyes open, start to become alert, like a kitten or a puppy. Just starting to notice all the sounds, the smells, the feelings. So in that alertness, you feel tall. You sit up tall, your ears are pricked. And in yoga, we want that alertness to be part of our practice, to be aware of what's going on inwardly and outwardly, to be sensitive to our inner environment, outer environment. And at the same time, we want to relax. So as you sit up tall, let the shoulders roll back and down, palms face up, and feel that relaxation, that ease in the legs, the arms, the face. And as you feel safe and alert, let your attention come to the way you're breathing. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose or mouth. And as you breathe gently in through the nose, let each new breath become a little deeper without straining the breath. Breathing in a little deeper each time, a little slower, until you feel a steady, rhythmic breath. And in today's practice, use that steady rhythm of your breath to move at the speed of the breath, like a bird gliding on the air currents. Its wings extended, just gliding at the speed of the currents, the eddies. Feeling yourself lifted up as you inhale and gliding as you exhale. And let your wings come out to the side of the body, and as you inhale next time, lift the arms gently up over the head, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, float the hands down, drop the head and round the back. Push the middle of the back back, drop the chin, hold the knees and feel the stretch in the back of your body. And know each time that you move your back and your front like this, you're increasing the flexibility, the range of motion. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up. Exhale, drop the hands and round the back, grab the knees, tuck the tailbone. Draw the navel in. Feel the strength and tightening of the front body as you stretch the back body. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up, slow breath. Exhale, floating down, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, drawing the navel in, stretching the back. Continue on at your own speed. I'm starting to warm up straight away, so off comes my first and only layer. It's going to come off. Inhale, reach up, a little higher this time. Exhale, float down, and this time curl up into a tighter little ball, almost like you're trying to bring the head down to the knees. So inhale, lift up, look up. Reach up, reach back. Exhale, float the hands down, grab the knees, curl up into a little ball like you're coming into child pose. And continue on with this exaggerated cat and cow. This exaggerated spinal flexion and extension. Three more in your own time. You might do more than 3 if you're moving faster than me. You might do less than 3 if you're moving slower than me. And there's no right speed here. There's no hurry. There's no simply feeling your breath, moving at the speed of your breath. And the next time you lift up, look up, reach up, pause. Clasp your hands together. Create a steeple. The pointer fingers point up, the thumbs across, the fingers are clasped. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lean to that left side, bring the head down to the left side, but push the right hip to the right. You might even bring the right foot out a little further to keep you balanced from falling. So you feel the whole body listing to that right side, that left side. At the same time, the right side is trying to stabilize and hold you. Inhale, come up. Bring the foot back to neutral, reach up again as you exhale, this time to the right side with that steeple pose. That left foot might come out a little further to help stabilize you. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, float the hands down. And notice how that leaves you feeling. Slide your hands down your legs, grab hold of your kneecaps. And don't let go of the kneecaps as you pull the knees back, pull the shoulders back, sit up tall, lift the chin up and arch the back. See if you can stretch the throat by pulling the chin up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone, drop the head down as low as you can, but don't let go of the knees. Keep the arms straight and stretch the back. So this is more of a conventional cat and cow. Inhale, hold the knees, elbows come back, shoulders come back, chin lifts up. Exhale, round, tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, drop the chin. And keep going with your cat and cow. Feeling the stretch through the front body and then the back body. Can you slow your breathing down just a little bit more, moving a little slower? And then come back to neutral and find your position on your chair. And in that last lateral flexion of the spine where we did steeple pose left and right, I had an idea to try something. So this is a bit of an experiment. And the good thing about your yoga is you can experiment and make up new shapes as you go. I know traditionally we learn the shapes as if they're set in stone, and this is the right shape, and this is this shape and that shape. But if you think about it, as you explore your yoga, you might find that as you do something like steeple pose over to this side, I said put that right leg out a little bit, and I suddenly realized, oh, when the right leg's out there, I can go a little further and I can lift and straighten that right leg up and lift it off the air, and I get a completely different feeling in the body. Inhale, come up and relax. So a lot of the moves I come up with in my yoga are out of this exploring space where, oh, I've never been taught that, but it feels natural that the body could go that way. So let's try that again on the other side. Inhale, lift up, steeple pose, reach up. Bring that left leg out. Now as you lean to that right side, see if you can lift that left leg off the air, off the ground. Now it may not look elegant, it may not make the front cover of Downward Dog magazine, but it feels good. I can feel it in my hip flexor as I do that. In fact, I feel that so much in my hip flexor that as I exhale, I'm going to lean back against the chair, bring the hips as far forward as I can and straighten my legs and curl the toes back. Now you've seen me do this many times, but it's giving my hip flexors a little bit of a respite after that leg lift. And as I lay back here, I'm going to turn the head to the left. Notice how that feels. Inhale the head to neutral. Exhale the head to the right. And this is a classic position to come into pigeon or figure four. Cross the left ankle over the right and slide that leg up until your ankle is above the knee joint. Bend that right leg, bring your hands to the back of the chair and push yourself forward and up. Left hand grabs the knee, right hand grabs the foot. The the toes or the ankle. I'm going to grab the toes. Figure 4. So for the rest of the class, I've got my invention mind on. I'm looking for things we can do in this pose. So what I never do in this pose is a twist. So let's explore some twists here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, turn the head to the left. Okay, that feels good. Inhale the head to neutral. Exhale the head to the right. Inhale neutral. Now holding figure 4, I'm going to bring my left hand behind me to grab the chair. So I start to twist the thoracic spine and my right hand comes onto the knee. So I come into twisted pigeon. That feels appropriate to my body. Exhale, turn the head to the right, just the head. So my neck is turning the head in the opposite direction to the shoulders turning the thoracic spine. So I like that little combination of adding a little twist to pigeon. Inhale the head to neutral. Come back to straight pigeon. And in straight pigeon, let's do a little bit of cat and cow. So grab hold of the knee and the ankle. Inhale, lift, pull the leg back without pulling it back. So the arms pull against the leg, but the leg stays where it is. Bend the elbows, look up, arch the back, and then exhale, round the back. So you'll notice I'm not hinging forward like normal pigeon. I'm simply rounding the spine, as in sacred cow, or angry cat, I should say. Let's try that again. Inhale, look up, arch the back, stretch the throat, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round the back. Shoulder blades apart, tuck the tailbone, and continue on cat and cow, holding your pigeon shape. All right, very good. And then we'll try a classic pigeon of hinging forward. So grabbing the knee and the ankle, exhale, hinge forward and feel the sensations in the low back and the glute. Let's try a head twist here. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale the head to the right. Inhale, neutral. Now I'm going to try, if I can, to do a thoracic twist. Bring the left hand behind you, right hand crosses over, and turn towards that left side. So my right hand is holding my left knee, and I'm going to try and turn the head to the right. So that kind of feels good too in a full-blown forward hinged pigeon coming into a twist. Inhale the head to neutral, release the arms, come back up, lean back, and stretch that leg out. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice if you can feel the difference between that left side and your right side. Let's bring the hands behind the head for a moment, just leaning back. like you're on a deck chair. Stretch the arms back, stretch, curl the toes back, big stretch. Bring the hands down to your chair and cross the right ankle over the left. Slide it up into classic figure 4. Bend that left knee. Push the hands against the chair leg and sit up. Grab your foot, grab your knee, sit up tall. Notice how this hip feels. And we'll start with neck rotation. Turn the head to the right. Bring the head back to neutral and then turn the head to the left. Okay, once again, that feels okay. Bring the head to neutral and then bring the right hand behind your back. Hold the chair, bring that right shoulder back, and then left hand crosses over the midline of the body, grabs the knee, so I can pull against the knee to create a deeper thoracic twist. Exhale the head to the left. So feeling that double rotation of the spine inside pigeon pose. Breathing gently as you do it. So you can see when we invent these new poses, we find new ways to stretch different muscles. So normally doing a double rotation of the spine is going to feel different when the legs are on the floor. In fact, we'll do that with the legs on the floor just to feel the difference. Inhale, neutral. Grab the bent knee or the resting leg and hinge forward. Come into your traditional pigeon here and then turning the head left. And then right. Bring the head to neutral. Now we'll try a full twist here with a thoracic spine. Bring that right hand behind your back. Grab the chair. Left hand finds the knee and comes into a forward hinge twist. Turn the head to the left. Now inhale the head to neutral, release the hands and slowly come up. Lean back into your chair. Stretch those legs out, hands behind the head, curl the toes back, stretch out those calf muscles. You can even flare the elbows out a little wider, opening up after all that forward hunching. Exhale, release, bring the hands to the chair and sit up. Let's try some stirring. Grab the knee joints and start to stir the spine about the hips, not too fast. And let's really add the neck to the stirring. So as you stir slowly in one direction, let's try and get the head more involved, the neck moving as well. So as you stir a circle around the hips, back, left, forward, right. So you've got that circle going. And now get a little nose circle going. So start to have your nose draw a circle in the air in front of you. It's going to feel funny because there's two circles going at the same time. And what I noticed is, as soon as I started circling my nose, my hips wanted to circle in a different direction. So it seems like whichever direction your nose draws the circle, clockwise or counterclockwise, the hips are going to follow suit, I think. Unless you have an incredibly disciplined mind. But I notice straight away, as soon as my head turns, so if I was through my eyes, my head is turning clockwise. And if I look down on my hips are turning counterclockwise, which is fascinating. Now the next time you come up to center, start turning the nose in the opposite direction, and just notice how the hips start to naturally want to circle in the opposite direction as well. I know this is complicated because we've got two circles going. A big circle with the nose, and then try to let the hips draw their big circle as well. And this is one of those movements that you want the two circles to be in synchronicity. If your head circle is going too fast, your hip circle is going to feel wonky. So you want the two circles to match in speed. And that way you'll get the maximum rotation in the neck and the hips. Well, learn something new every day. Talk about a day of exploration. And then pause. And I'm going to shake it all out. There's too many circles going on for me. Let's shake out the hands. Now, as you shake out the hands, shake them out at rib level, just in front of your ribs. Have the hands nice and loose. Open the knees a bit, dangle the arms down and shake the hands down towards the floor. Bring them back up to rib level. Then bring them up to chin level. So they're just shaking in front of your chin. Turn to the left and keep shaking at chin level. Turn to the right and shake at chin level. Bring the hands above the head and shake above the head. Bring the hands out to the side and shake the hands out to the side, like the wingtips. Shake, shake, shake. Back in front of the ribs. Hang forward, shake, shake, shake. And then bring the hands on top of your knees and feel the tingling aliveness in the arms and the hands. Now we did a figure 4 twist. Let's try a conventional twist of the spine. So you come forward towards the edge of the chair, legs are parallel, feet are grounded on the mat, and bring your left hand behind you. Bring the left shoulder back, right hand crosses over the midline of the body. Sit up tall, relax the shoulders, turn the head to the right. So I can sense some different feelings in this straight up twist, especially down on the left side of the low back. The neck feels different. Bring the head to neutral, release the hands. Close the eyes for a moment and simply notice the impact of the more conventional twist. Right arm back, left arm crosses over, sit up tall, shoulders back and down. Chin away from chest. Exhale the head to the left. Notice what's going on this side of the body. Inhale the head to neutral, release the arms and relax back into the chair. Extend the legs out, hands behind the head. Curl the toes back, stretching the calf muscles. And of course, there's nothing better than a few warrior poses to complete our stretch through the entire body. Let's prepare for warrior 2. Inhale, sit up. I'll take my jacket from behind me. I'll put it on the back of the chair here. Let's start with hip rotations, preparing for warrior. Left hip open, left hip closed. Right hip open, right hip closed. Keep going. Inhale, open one side, close. Inhale, open the other side, close. Now again, this feels uncomfortable because of the chair I'm on, and because as I sit back, my sit bones are a little lower than my thighs because they sink back into the wicker. So it's a good learning experience. Choose a chair that feels more conducive. Now the next time you open to the left side, pause, and let's prepare for warrior 2. Check left knee, left foot alignment. Left hip, left knee, left foot, all pointing to the left side of the chair. Heel toe the right leg until it's straight and stretching the inner right thigh. Work on bringing the outer heel, the outer pinky toe, and the outer arch, the outer edge of that right foot onto your mat. And once again, I think I've talked about it. If you cannot bring it onto the mat, let me show you what you could do. I have a nice prop here, one of those little door snakes. I could press up against the door snake. So I'm not flat on the ground, but I've got something to push up against. And that's going to help open up that right inner thigh. Now I'm feeling a little cramping here in this left groin, so I'm going to just work on that a little bit. Twist to the right. As you twist to the right, use your left hand to push against the left knee. So you don't let the knee twist. You keep that left foot stable as you twist to the right. Now let's twist to the left. Bring that left hand onto the chair. Right hand comes towards the knee here, towards the left knee. So I'm twisting the other way. Now that twist is going to help me for Warrior One, which we'll do after this. Let's twist to the right again. And as you twist to the right, float the right hand out parallel to the ground. Keep it nice and steady. Reach a little further. And then slowly turn the head to the left and float the left hand out into your Warrior Two. So already I'm feeling the stretch in the hips. We've been here for a while. If you'd like to, you can join me into Reverse Warrior. Drop the right hand back, left hand comes up, up and over, stretching that left rib cage. Float the hands back out to parallel, Warrior Two. Remembering if you get tired at any time, you can rest. And then we're going to do side angle. Reach forward, lean your left elbow on the left thigh. Look up towards the sky and float the right hand up and over like a big rainbow. Breathing into all the sensations that you feel. Bring that hand back slowly, rainbowing back. Lift the left hand, Warrior Two. Float the hands down. Grab your chair. And slow release. Slow release. When we hold warrior poses for long periods of time and those muscles get lengthened, our release needs to be slower. We're not doing a vinyasa flow here. All right, other hip. Right hip opens. Check the alignment. Right knee, right hip, right foot, all towards that right side. Heel toe the left leg until it's straight. Pinky toe grounded. Remember, you can use a cushion or something to push the outside foot against there. And that should give you a nice opening on that left hip, right thigh. And I'm going to practice twisting here. Bring the left hand behind your back and look back behind you. Feel the twist. Right hand pushes your knee to the right. So you're practicing keeping that right knee stable as you do the twist. That's a really big part of Warrior Two. I see a lot of my students dropping that right knee in as they twist to the left. Twist to the other side. Bring the right hand back onto the chair. Left hand crosses over the midline of the body. So starting to feel how my Warrior One would feel in the hips. back to that twist on the other side. So looking behind, float that left hand out parallel. Get it nice and steady. Slowly turn the head to the right. Float that right arm up, warrior two. Breathing through your warrior. Joining me for reverse warrior if you wish. Feeling that right rib cage this time. Warrior two, side angle. Come back through warrior two. And then float the hands down, float the hips and legs back to neutral. That's always a great stretch for the thighs, the hips, even the shoulders. There's so much of the body that gets woken up in warrior two. Now with warrior one, we change it around a little bit. The initial movement of the hip is the same as warrior two. So the front leg is going to maintain position, but where it changes is the hip, the back hip. Instead of that leg coming out with your torso front, you've got to twist the torso towards the left side of the chair. So the torso is square, my left thigh, and I'm in an uncomfortable chair, so I know this isn't going to be easy for some people. You want that left foot grounded. Now, if for some reason the chair you're on makes it impossible, you could always elevate that foot onto a block. Let me demonstrate. So if the foot is not grounded, use your block to help. Now I almost need a block here because of this chair, but I can get away with it. Take that right leg now and extend the knee behind you. But notice this time the heel stays up. And the interesting thing about this particular stretch is it gets more into the hip flexor, less into the inner thigh, and more into the quadricep. And what I like to do is also get some ankle and foot flexibility while I'm here. So bring your right hand to the hip, keep facing forward, make sure that left foot is grounded, shoulders are square, hips are square, and soften the knee, and if you can, bring the foot, the top of the foot down onto your mat. So you curl the toes back towards the bottom of the foot. Now roll over the toes onto the toe pads and press back through that back heel. Can you see that clearly? Try that again. Relax the knee, roll onto the top of the foot. Push back through the heel. Activate that back leg nice and strong, nice and straight. Push into the ball of the foot. Getting a lot of foot and toe work done here. So toe and foot work so important for our walking. So warrior one gets right into that foot. Strengthening those toes. And those toes spring us forward when we bring the back foot forward. So get that nice toe strength. Now the next time you push back, let's work on our warrior one a little more deeply. So I'm braced, my legs are strong. I can bring my right hand up left hand up, feeling my warrior. Exhale, bring the hands down for stability. Relax the back leg and slowly release. Now, even though we're doing the warriors on the chair, these are great opportunities to work on your warriors for standing as well. Let's do right hip open. Rotate the pelvis, rotate the hip. Adjust the right leg until it's, can you see, the foot is perpendicular to the knee. Left leg is relaxed for now. And then I start to float it back, come onto the ball of the foot, push out through the heel. I'm going to use my left hand on the hip just to keep the hips square. Watch that right knee doesn't collapse. So you feel that first tension of Warrior One. Legs and hips. Now soften and come onto the top of the foot, and you'll get a nice stretch through the top of the foot, the ankle, and even the shin. So we don't often stretch the shin, but this is a nice way to stretch it. Push back through the heel bone, stretch the calf, even the hamstring. And then relax, come onto the top of the foot, stretch the top of the foot and the shin. Let's go for 5 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hip square, shoulder square, lift left hand, right hand. Hold your warrior, nice and strong. Reaching up, pushing back through the heel bone, front leg stable. 3 more breaths. Bring the hands down. Relax the hips, relax the legs. Come back to center. And we're going to come back to the nose circle with hip circle. So let's start spiraling the nose counterclockwise and let the hips come with the circle. And let the hip circle become deeper if you can. If you lose synchronicity, if you feel like something's wonky, just come back to the head circle and slow it down. This is a great brain teaser. And then pause for a moment. Reorient your circle. Start the nose moving clockwise or the opposite direction. And notice once again how the hips follow the direction of the head. Now, I think last time I kind of indicated that they're going in opposite directions, but I think the truth is they're going in the same direction, which makes sense. Now when I get better at this, I'm going to try and do opposite direction movements and see if it's actually possible. Some of my circles get a little wonky here. And then slowly make your way back to neutral and prepare for Shavasana. Now with Shavasana, you'll need your blocks. In front, you'll need your bolster or cushion behind you. So you can lean back into your bolster with the feet slightly elevated. And I think more recently I've been introducing a towel or a blanket for the head. So I'm going to make a nice little cushion for my head. See how that goes back there. And the reason I like the cushion for the head is it really allows my head to find neutral head tilt, so the neck, because the head is supported, the neck doesn't have to take up the load. And you may become aware of the sounds in my environment, the sound of the siren, the sound of the traffic, and the sound of my voice. And allow all those sounds to simply come and go. So when we practice relaxing, what we're practicing is letting go. And there's an old saying in the Buddhist world, this too shall pass. So as you settle in, if you notice any discomfort, anything that doesn't resonate with your well-being, allow yourself the possibility of relaxing and noticing how this too shall pass. No discomfort lasts forever. And as you breathe and notice your experiences come and go, practice this art of letting everything be as it is. Giving yourself permission to relax into the discomfort. Usually when we feel uncomfortable, we want to tense up. When we practice this kind of meditation, we practice the art of surrendering and allowing. And noticing as you continue with this practice of softening and surrendering that your breathing might change. So practicing being soft in the midst of discomfort. Letting go. And sometimes when you let go like this, you might find yourself drifting off into almost a sleep-like state. Soft jaw. And once again, noticing if the sounds or the body are uncomfortable. And once again, allowing things to be as they are, allowing yourself to surrender into that softness. Take a deeper breath in. And when you're ready, gently come to a comfortable upright position. So slight adjustment to Shavasana. And just noticing how you feel at the end of practice. Namaste.